What's up, it's Austin Rutherford. This video went absolutely viral on TikTok and had over 1 million views on it. Check it out.
Are you a licensed realtor?
No.
Do you know realtors?
Yeah, I do.
Tell one of them to pull all cash sales in the area and then go through the cash sales and see which realtors are representing on the buying side multiple times and see whose names comes up multiple times. That means it's a very high level investor like you and I buying a lot of houses. So then call that buyer's agent and say, hey, like I see you bought 20 houses in this zip code. Who are you representing and are you looking for more deals? We're definitely buying more deals. Awesome. I got a package of 21 rentals. Call it a day. If you get the deal, let me know.
I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you.
So this TikTok video is actually talking about a strategy on how to find cash buyers when you're wholesaling houses. And in this YouTube video, I'm gonna be going into depth more on what that video covered. And I'm also gonna give you a second strategy on how you can find cash buyers for your wholesale deals so you can become a wholesaling wizard and sell every deal that you get. So the first way to find amazing cash buyers is from the video. They're usually called hedge funds, right? They don't have to be hedge funds, but most times this is where those deals are gonna come by. So if you're in an area that has amazing rental properties, this could be a great strategy for you. And even if you're in a high-end area that doesn't have the greatest rental properties, you could still use this strategy. So how do you actually find them? So let's say you have a deal in a zip code, 33012. And you have a deal that you're trying to wholesale. So what you can do if you're a realtor or if you have access to a realtor, friend, family member, anybody that could give you access to be a realtor, you can ask them to pull comps for all houses that have sold in that area in the last 6, 12, 24 months. I would do the last 12 months and all the cash comps within the last 12 months in that zip code. I wanna see all those. And then what you do is you take those comps, let's say there's 1,000 of them that have sold for cash, again, not financing, but cash transactions. Then you take those comps and you sort them by the representing realtor of the buyer. So there's a realtor on the seller side and there's a realtor on the buyer side. So you wanna sort them by the realtor that represented the buyer. And then as you go through those transactions, you'll see like one realtor had 1 deal, one realtor had 2 deals, one realtor had 50 deals, one realtor had 1 deal. So the 50 deals or the 5 deals or the 3 deals or the 10 or the 20 deals, anybody that's doing multiple transactions with cash, that's who you want to be talking to. So within that, it'll give you their name and their phone number. And then you pick up the phone and you give them a call. And you say, hey, Mrs. Realtor, I was reaching out. I see that you represented a buyer for 5 properties in 333012 or whatever the zip code was. And I was curious to see if your buyer was an investor that's looking for more deals. And they're gonna say something along the lines of, no, I just have a lot of regular buyers in the area. Usually it's not the case. It's usually like, actually, I'm the buyer. I'm buying for myself, which is perfect. Or yeah, I represent a hedge fund, or I represent another investor, or I represent whoever it is. And you say, perfect. I'm actually reaching out because I have another amazing deal at 123 East Main Street. And I wanted to see if you and or your buyer would be interested in another opportunity in the same area that they already purchased at. And then you go on to tell them about the deal, the price that you're selling it to them, how much money they can make on the deal, and you can get a deal done like that. So sometimes the agent might be like, I don't know, I'm not gonna pass along your information. This is kind of weird. You're like this wholesaler person, you're not a seller, you're not a realtor. I don't really know what you're talking about. You can kind of bypass the realtor as well. You can actually find a way to call the actual owner and get past the realtor. But usually the realtor is the fastest way to do this. Call the realtor, offer to pay the realtor a commission. Say, hey, if you connect me, I'm more than willing to pay you your 3% commission for making this deal happen. So allow them to make some money. You make some money, the end buyer makes some money. But if they're just like, no, I'm not passing it along, I don't care, then you're kind of stuck in a dead spot. One other thing that you can do, if it is a hedge fund, you can actually just go to Zillow.com and look at properties that are currently for rent, and they'll usually say the hedge fund that it's rented for. And then you can call the for rent signs and ask them if you can be put in contact with their acquisitions department, their sales department. And if they're like, well, what do you mean the sales department? Say, hey, I see that you're buying a lot of properties in the zip code, in the neighborhood, and I want to help you guys buy more properties. Can I talk to the acquisitions person or the sales department? And then they may put you in contact with the sales department. So then you can tell them the same thing. Hey, I got properties in 333012 zip code and I want to sell you more properties. You got to find a way to get in contact with those people. Go through the realtor first, and then you can go through the for rent signs second, and then third, you can literally Google the hedge fund name, blankety blank hedge fund, Google them and call, and again, ask to be transferred to the acquisitions or the sales department. Like I said, there's 2 ways to do this. So we're going to dive into the second way. here now. Let's jump into a screen share. So what this looks like is you can go to propstream.com and then you can use this database to find cash buyers. So what this looks like is you come in here and then you actually type in an address that you are looking to wholesale, a property that you have under contract that you're looking to wholesale, you type that address in. So we type that address in, and then what happens is it pulls up all the properties that have sold in the neighborhood around that property. So you pull it up and then you click the details button right here, and then you click the comparables and nearby listings button right here, and then you click cash buyers right here. And then you can go back anywhere from 3 to 6 to 12 months. So I'm gonna go back 6 months. And then I am going to type in property class residential and then property type single family, because it's single family. And you can even do like duplexes too if you want, because usually condos and duplexes, usually it's the same types of buyers. So you can add those in there as well. So then what happens is you see the sales here, and you look at there's 21 other cash transactions in this area, right? So now I'm gonna go through this and I'm gonna call all of these buyers to see if they still want to do more transactions. So what happens is you can take this deal, 637 Cherry Glen, and then you go to your county auditor website, 637 Cherry Glen, and then you type in the property address. And then the property address comes up and it says Hire Properties LLC. So you do Hire Properties LLC, Google them, see if anything comes up. Looks like they're out of Minnesota, potentially. Could be a different one here in whatever area that you're in. This was Denver, there's Minnesota, there's a bunch of them. So might not be right. So another thing that you can do is you can click rental contact. Sometimes auditors require the rental contact and they'll literally give you a phone number right here. But if not that, you can Google the address and see if it's currently for rent. And click on Zillow, see if it's for rent. It's not for rent. So sometimes it'll literally have the for rent phone number right here. So the last thing that you can do is you can do LLC name search in whatever state that you're in, Ohio. And then you can go into it and search for the name. So Hire Properties, H-A-Y-I-R Properties. Then it'll come up, boom, show details. And it'll give you the name of the individual right there. So this is Hire right here. So you copy Hire, and then you can actually go to truepeoplesearch.com, and I'm gonna link all these in the description below, truepeoplesearch.com, and you copy the name, and then you paste it here, and then you type in the zip code or the city that they're in. You click search. What happens? Boom, 29-year-old in Columbus, Ohio. It's probably the right one. And it just gave you 5 phone numbers for that. So then what you can do is you can go through every single one of these and do the exact same process to find out the individual that owns these properties and get the phone numbers to actually call these people to see if they're buying more properties in that area. Again, they're a cash buyer that have already purchased in the same zip code and or neighborhood that you're currently looking to wholesale property in. Why would they not want to buy more deals? I'm a buyer, right? I'm a cash buyer in real estate. So if somebody were to call me and say, hey, I see that you just bought a property at 123 East Main Street. I have a property at 223 East Main Street. It's the same 3-bed, 2-bath that you have. Are you buying more properties? My answer would be absolutely, I'm buying more properties, because the only way I make money is by buying more properties. So when you call these people, they should be pretty open to you wanting to make them more money. Now, talking with the realtor, again, that's 100% free. Propstream does have a $97 per month subscription. So if you're trying to get into the real estate business seriously as a wholesaler, you can actually pull data as well. It gives you thousands and thousands of free data records every single month, and you can use it to comp houses, and you can use it to find cash buyers. So if that's something you're interested in, you can check out the link in the description below. It'll actually give you a free 7-day trial. So you can pop on there, try it out. If you don't like it in the first 5 days, you can cancel, you don't have to pay anything for it. So that is 2 ways, 2 amazing ways that you can find cash buyers to wholesale your real estate deals. So comment below, let me know your thoughts, any questions that you have. Smash that like button for the YouTube algo, hit that subscribe and notification bell. As always, appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the next one.